Good evening and welcome to Jasper High School Baseball here on 18 WJTS. Tonight, the Wildcats back in action at 20-4 on the season, entertaining 13-8 South Spencer. Wildcats beat Forest Park last time out 6-5 in a wild game in Ferdinand. The Rebels lost to county rival Heritage Hills last night 11-1 in a game that they made 6 errors, so they're going to try to bounce back. South Spencer, a multi-time state champion, just like the Wildcats, so it should be a good one as Brian Keister brings his crew in here tonight. It'll be Matt Wright on the hill for the Wildcats, Houston Compton, the senior, going for the Rebels. We'll take a break. We'll have more Wildcat baseball after this on 18 WJTS. Back out to Alvin C. Rookser Field, Wildcats and the South Spencer Rebels here on this Wednesday night, the last week of the regular season. Matthew Wright doing the pitching for the Wildcats. Wright, so far this season, 4-0 with a 1.68 ERA in 25 innings. He has appeared in now 10 games, or will have. This will be his 4th start. He has given up 15 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned, 12 walks, and 21 strikeouts. The Cats' team ERA, .22. Jack Albrand will play in in left. In center field will be Ryan Like. In right field, Chris Hedinger. At third tonight, Connor Foley. At shortstop, Ben Hankey. Over at second, Cody Morton. At first base tonight, Will Wallace. And behind the plate, Drew Bradley. Sun is out here at Rookser Field after the rain swept through about 2 o'clock, and we are ready for baseball here as Jalen Johnson will step in, the South Spencer third baseman. So Johnson gets in for the Rebels. Wright climbs the hill. Tyndall and Roth to hit here in the top half of the first inning for Brian Keister and the Rebels. First pitch of the ball game, dives low, and it's 1-0. Wind blowing out slightly toward right center field as Wright gets the start tonight. Cats with Bloomfield out here tomorrow. This one smashed right at Connor Foley. Takes it out of the air. Maybe trapped it. He throws on to first base for good measure. 1 away here in the first. Saturday, Foley went 5 2/3 of 5-hit baseball during that win at Forest Park. Jack Albrand came in a high-leverage situation and took care of the Rangers in the last inning. Ashton Tyndall will stand in, the center fielder. Play him straight away in the outfield. Wright brings it home. Right down central for a called strike. It's 0-1. Bloomfield at 7 tomorrow. Then it's Zionsville Saturday afternoon at 2. That game Sunday at 1 here on 18 as Wright brings it home. This one cut on and missed, and Wright working out ahead, 0-2. Roth, the catcher, is on deck. The 0-2 delivery. Curveball, strike 3. 2 away. So Roth, the catcher, gets in for the Rebels. Roth in that 3-hole for Brian Keister. Fastball in for a strike. Play him straight away in the outfield with Albrand and Like. Hedinger out in right field deep. The next pitch from Matt Wright. Breaking ball out of the zone. Rebels occupy that third base dugout. Cats in their customary first base dugout tonight. And the sectional starts next week, although the Wildcats will have to wait to Memorial Day Saturday, if you will. Play Harrison in the bye game. Championship game Memorial Day out at noon at Rookser Field, or at Bossy Field, I should say. The 2-1. Line drive into right field, and Hedinger comes in, and he misplays it. It gets by him. Roth rounds first, and he'll be in at second base. So a base hit for Roth, misplayed by Hedinger. And here comes Trey Mattingly, the first baseman for the Rebels. They have a man in scoring position here. Cats ERA 1.22 heading into tonight's game. In the 21-4 season so far, Cats have won 6 straight. Wright will look at the runner at second base and pour it home. A fastball in for a strike. 0-1 to Mattingly. Bunner, the right fielder, on deck. Plateward. This one slashed over the Wildcat bullpen. In Bloomfield game tomorrow, 7 o'clock. We'll be on there at 10 with it. Usually that's the senior night ball game. Probably so tomorrow. The 0-2 delivery. Curveball missed. 1-2. Wildcats shade this hitter toward right center. Big gap in left center. Right checks that runner and brings the 1-2 plateward. Breaking ball. Skied into right. Hedinger goes back on it, and he'll make the catch for the third out of the inning. They give up the hit, but he's stranded out at second base through a half. Rebels nothing, Wildcats nothing. We'll have more after this on 18 WJTS. Back to Rookser Field, Wildcats and Rebels 0-0, heading to the bottom of the first. Ben Hankey, Cody Morton, and Connor Foley, the hitters against the Rebels. Houston Compton, hard-throwing right-hander. Hankey squares one up, back into center. Going back on it is Tyndall. He continues to go back on it over the shoulder catch. And a long, loud out, one away for Cody Morton, the Wildcats' second baseman. Compton got on it, and he ran it down. This one popped back into left. Hurt will grab it. 2 pitches, 2 gone. So with 2 away, Connor Foley stands in for the Wildcats. Nobody on here in the bottom half of the first inning. Compton, 2 pitches, 2 fly ball outs. First pitch to Foley, hits it on the ground between third and short. Compton, Houston makes the play. Dug out at first base by Mattingly. And the Wildcats go in quick order here in the home first through 1. Jasper nothing, Rebels nothing. This is Wildcat Baseball on 18 WJTS. Back to Rookser Field. We head to the top of the second. Noah Bunner, the right fielder, gets in. Houston Compton, Nathan Hurt to follow. Rebels had a hit back in the first. That's been it. Against Wright, he struck out a batter last inning. Bunner was the young man that hit the Wildcats last year at Joe Hargis, but the Wildcats came away with a 1-0 victory. Sprays it foul. And the count evens at 1-1. So 1-1 the count. Nobody on, nobody out for South Spencer. Again, 13-8. They'll play in the 2A sectional down at North, hosted by Mater Dei. This one slowly hit to Foley. He backs up on it, then comes over the top, throws it high. Got him. Wallace got his foot back on the bag. So 2 away for Houston Compton. Compton climbs in. Rebels wearing royal blue tonight. Usually it's the navy blue. This is more of their colors. Those navy blue vests have been a tradition for South Spencer. They won a lot of games and a lot of state championships in those jerseys. The 1-0, Brian Keister, a Hall of Fame coach. (2-0) delivery. Outside corner for a strike. The 2-1. 3-2 now. The payoff pitch. Called third strike outside corner. Couple of strikeouts looking for right here. 2 away. Hurt gets in. Pitches outside. One and one. Two and one, right? Trying for a 3-up, 3-down inning. Here's the pitch. Hit on the ground, wide of the bag at third. And the count evens up at 2-2. The 2-2. Got it. Struck him out. 3-up, 3-down inning. Wright gets his third strikeout. We'll head to the bottom of the second. No score. Cats and Rebels after this on 18 WJTS. Back at the ballpark, Chris Hettinger, Drew Bradley, and Will Wallace will hit for the Cats here in the bottom half of the second inning. Houston Compton, a 3-up, 3-down inning on 3 pitches back in the first. Hettinger at 364 here in the last week of the regular season. Slams one into left field, and the Wildcats have their first hit of the game. 4 batters, 4 first pitch swings. So Drew Bradley will stand in. The Wildcat catcher. Pitch is low, 1-0. Plateward tied him up, and the count is 1-1. So 21-4 for the Cats. They've reeled off 6 straight wins. Straight away in the outfield. Hettinger the runner at first. This one rifled back into the screen. Terry Gobert on the coaching line at third. Jason Albrecht down at first. Bloomfield in here tomorrow. The 1-2, called third strike outside corner. Bradley watches it. Strikeout number 1 for Compton. He runs it up there pretty well, and here comes Will Wallace. Rebels will be a contender in that 2A sectional down there at North. Forest Park has had the best year record-wise. One and 0 with Wallace. Got a double play opportunity to the Rebels. Compton does some gardening out on the Rookser Field mound. The 1-0 fastball, snap throw. Now they've got the runner hung up, but in the second base goes Hettinger. Pitch in for a strike to Wallace. Wallace at 279 on the season. First run of the ball game out at second base. Chris Hettinger singled to start the inning. Line drive right field. In charge is Bunner. Runner Hettinger stops at third. Bunner fires it back in. Runners on the corners here with just one out for the Wildcats. Second hit of the game for Jasper. That'll bring up Matthew Wright, tonight's starting pitcher.
Batting for the Wildcats, the pitcher, number 19, Matthew Wright.
Strike outside corner at the knees to Matthew. Right at 297 on the season. No home runs and 16 driven in. Cats as a team hit at 322. The 0-1 pitch. Fouls it off. First and third. Pitch to Wright. Hits it on the ground. Into left field for a base hit. Cats lead 1-0 on the RBI single by Matthew Wright. Scoring Hettinger. First and second with one out. Lucas Tanner runs at first base. Comes Ryan Like with one away. Like takes a big healthy cut at a high fastball, and it's 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Pops up a bunt. Compton slips off the mound, and they throw into second base, and they get the force out. They do get the out at second base. Up to third goes Wallace. They cut down Ernie. And a fielder's choice for Like. Good recognition by the pitcher Compton to get the runner at second base. So first and third for Jack Albrand. 1-0 Cats here in the bottom of the second inning. Swung on and fouled back from Jack. Throw over back again, and back in time is Ryan Like. Compton brings it home. Albrand bunts third base side. It's going to be a perfect bunt, and that will chase in the run. So 2-0 Wildcats. So 2-0. So back at the top, and Ben Hankey, he flew out to center field. Pitch low. First and second still for Jasper. This one lined into left field, going over in the gap is hurt, and he'll drop the ball. One run will score. It's 3-0, and runners at second and third. So Hankey gets on at second base. On the air and left. So Cody Morton stands in. He flew out the left field. 3 across for the Cats. So still Hankey at second, Allbrand at third, 3 across here in the home second for the Wildcats. Compton will bring the 0-1 home. This one hit on the ground softly towards Holton Compton. He'll make the long throw and got him. But the Cats pick up a 3 spot here in the second. Through 2, Jasper 3, South Spencer nothing. More Wildcat baseball after this on 18 WJTS. Back to Rooksor Field, we go to the top of the third. Holton Compton, Ty Brown, and back to the top in Jalen Johnson. 3 up, 3 down inning, last inning for Wright, who's given up 1 hit so far. Fastball in for a strike, 0-1. Next pitch is out of the zone. Big swing and a miss. One-two delivery. Hit off the fence over there at first base. And a strikeout. 3 straight dating back to last inning for Matthew Wright. He's got 4 strikeouts on the young game. Here comes Ty Brown. Cats lead 3-0 here. Well, Brown gets in from the right side. Pitch on the way. That is outside. Play him to go the other way. Gap in right center field. Sun back out, and that'll be tough on the left fielder, third baseman a bit. This one hit on the ground softly towards Hankey. He'll charge, bobble it, pick it up, throw anyway, and not in time. There on the shortstop, Ben Hankey, which doesn't happen very often, and the Rebels have a base runner here in the third. 1 out. So Jalen Johnson will stand in. Pitch. Hit sharply towards Hankey. Could be 2 on to Morton for 1. Relay back to first base. And that's a double play, and the Wildcats are out of the inning. 6-4-3. They erase a couple of Rebels out there to end the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the third. 3-0 Jasper over South Spencer. We're back with more after this. Back at the ballpark as Connor Foley lead things off here in the third. Jasper up 3-0 on 4 hits. Rebels with just 1 hit, and they hit Foley. So Foley hit by Compton. That'll bring up Hedinger, who singled and scored his last time up. Fastball in for a strike. 0-1. Pitch is low.
the 1-1 here. Sprayed toward the Rebel dugout. Jasper 3 in the bottom of the second inning. And that's where we are right now score-wise. Jasper and Bloomfield tomorrow, and then the regular season wrap-up Saturday against the Zionsville Eagles. They come in and they got some guys. They will be one of the most talented team the Wildcats have played. 1-2 runner at first. Pitch on the way. Hit on the ground towards third. Up with it is Johnson on to second for one. Relay back to first base. That is a double play around the horn. 5-4-3. Both teams flashing double play leather so far here in this one. Bradley stands in. He a strikeout victim earlier. Bradley pops it up first base side. Mattingly over near the fence, and that'll be out of play. Oh, and 2. Bradley struck out earlier, hits it on the ground towards third. Up with it, Jalen Johnson comes across, and the Wildcats retired in order with that double play. Through 3, Cats lead the Rebels of South Spencer 3-0. We'll take a break, and we'll have more Wildcat baseball after this on 18 WJTS. Play goes to the top of the 4th. Matthew Wright working on a one-hitter with 4 strikeouts so far in this one. He'll face Tyndall, the 2-hole hitter, followed by Jackson Roth and Trey Mattingly. So Tyndall gets in. Strikeout victim back in the first. Rebels down 3-0. This one chopped up over the mound. Hankey charges in front of the second base bag. Throws on to Wallace. 1 pitch, 1 gone here in the 4th. Cats with a 3 spot in the bottom of the second inning. Roth, the catcher. So Roth gets in. He's been catching for the Rebels a long time. He really good basketball player for the Rebels as well. First pitch to Roth out of the zone. It's 1-0. He singled earlier. Right-handed hitter is Roth as Wright brings it fastball outside corner. Delivery. Curveball in for a strike. And it's 1-2 with 1 down. One-two offering. Way outside. Two and 2. Hits it on the ground once again. Hankey goes over, gloves, and throws on. 2 away. 2 up, 2 gone. And Mattingly stands in. He flew out to Hettinger in right earlier. Top of the 4th, 3-0 Cats. Glad you could join us tonight on 18 WJTS and all season long on our delayed broadcast. Get a lot of good comments about those. First pitch, chop back to the mound, right fields. Underhands on to Wallace, and a quick inning defensively for the Wildcats, and Matthew Wright will head to the bottom of the 4th, 3-0 Cats over South Spencer. Back with more after this. Back to the ballpark, we head to the bottom of the 4th. Cats lead 3-0. Will Wallace will lead things off. Wallace singled and scored back in that 3-run second. Houston Compton with Holton, his brother, at shortstop, brings it home. This one out of the zone, dives low, 1-0 the count. Right. And like to follow. This one inside corner at the knees. 1-1. Lined into right for a base hit. Wallace goes the other way. He's 2 for 2. 5th hit of the game for the Cats. I'll bring up Matthew Wright. He singled home a run back in the second. So Matthew Wright, the hitter. Third baseman Johnson shading his eyes, as is the left fielder. This one lined into center. Tyndall came in. It's going to go over his head. Wright rounds first. He will be in at second base. Wallace trips over third base, and he wasn't going to the plate, I don't think. So second and third now on the double by Wright. Ernie to run at second base for the pitcher Wright. So Like will stand in with nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Pitch on the way. Squares the bunt, fouls it away. Oh, and 1. Second and third. Rebel infield in, down 3-0 here in the 4th. Here's the pitch. Like pops it up in the infield. Rebels get a break. Now it's behind home plate. And Roth makes the catch. Yeah. Here comes Jack Albrand. Yeah, that pop up behind home plate, Jackson Roth had to get around umpire Miles Mann there. Rebel infield still in. Here's the pitch to Albrand. He takes it for a ball. He knocked in a run with a bunt single. Safety squeeze action the last time up. Rebel infield in. Jack hits it hard somewhere. He'll drive it through this drawn in infield. The 1-0. Albrand checks his swing, and he went. And the count goes to 1-1. Plateward. This is outside. Two and 1. That is a strike. Two to Jack. Popped up. Shallow left. In comes Hurt. It'll drop in front of him. 1 run will come in to score. A bloop single for Albrand makes it 4-0. Stopping at third is Ernie. Albrand with a couple of hits. 7 hits on the game. Back to the top in Ben Hankey.
Batting for the Wildcats, the shortstop, number 4, Ben Hankey.
Hankey 0 for 2. Pitch on the way. Out of the zone, 1-0. Cats 4, Rebels nothing here. Bottom of the 4th inning from Rooksor Field. Rebel third baseman Johnson in on the grass, shading his eyes. Hankey waits, pops him up. Behind home plate. That'll be on the roof. So 1-1. That's low. 2-1 the count here to Ben Hankey. First and third, Allbrand at first, Ernie at third. Hankey slams it back into left, and that's going to go over the left fielder's head. 1 run will score. Allbrand rounds third. He will stop. It's 5-0 on the double by Ben Hankey. With 1 out, Terry Gilbert held the runner at third. So second and third. 8 hits so far for the Wildcats. 5-0, and the inning continues for Cody Morton. Already batting in his 3rd time so far in this one. Morton line drive into center, right at Tyndall. He'll make the catch. It'll be enough to chase home the run. It's 6-0 on the sharply hit ball by Cody Morton, driving in a run. 2 away. Hankey stays at second. Allbrand scurries home, 6-0. Here comes Connor Foley. He grounded out and also was hit by a pitch. This one thumbed out of play. One and one. Foley lunges at this one and fouls it up the first base line once again. Two and two away. Foley at the plate, runner at second base. Cats up 6-0. The pitch, and Foley takes it outside. Three and two. The payoff pitch to Connor. Fouled away. Hedinger waits on deck. Three and two. Plateward. Missed with a curveball. Second walk given up by Compton. And here comes Hedinger. He singled and scored and bounced into a 5-4-3 double play. First and second for the Cats, up 6-0 here in the fourth. 3 in the second, now 3 more here in the fourth. Pitch on the way. Fastball misses inside, 1-0. Compton comes to the pause, checks the runner at second and plateward. Henninger takes it low. Drew Bradley waits on deck for the Cats. 7 o'clock for the Bloomfield game tomorrow. 2-0 delivery. Henninger smacks it foul. Toward the Rebel bullpen. Play behind the runner Foley at first base with 2 away. 2-1 the count to Chris Henninger. Compton throws it home. Breaking ball, strike 2. Pitch on the way. Line drive into left field for a base hit. Hankey rounds third with the 7th run of the game on an RBI single by Chris Henninger. Stopping at second is Foley. 9 hits on the contest, and that'll bring up Drew Bradley, the 9th guy to hit here. Pitch out, Drew, 1-0. First and second with 2 away. One and one the count. Pitch to Bradley. In the dirt, blocked by Jackson Roth. Now Foley's going to try to go up to third base, and he is in. Runner stayed at first. Henninger. So Bradley with runners on the corners with 2 outs. 4 across here in the fourth. Bradley takes it high. 3-1 now. Bradley pops it up. Shallow right. Bunter comes in. Second baseman goes out. And the second baseman, Ty Brown, makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning, but the Wildcats hit the Rebels with 4 here in the home fourth. Through 4, 7-0 Jasper over South Spencer on 18 WJTS. We go to the top of the 5th. Noah Bunter leads things off against Matthew Wright, throwing 1-hit baseball for the Cats. Bunter grounded to Foley at third earlier. Pitch is out of the zone, 1-0. 7 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for the Cats. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 error for the Rebel 9. Again, in the 2A sectional at North, hosted by Mater Dei. They play North Posey. That'll be a good first-round game. The 1-1 back into the screen. Again, the Rebels, multiple state championships under Brian Keister. Went up there a couple of times, kind of like the Wildcat fate, since they started in '67. Didn't win the first couple times, then they broke through, and it opened up the floodgates. 2-2. So Wright with the leadoff man here in this inning, Bunner. He throws the break even to him. Hit right back through the middle, into center field for a base hit right at the shoe tops of Matthew Wright.
Batting for the Rebels, the pitcher, number 18, Houston Kaufman.
First pitch to Compton. This one hit on the ground to Foley. On to Morton for one. Relay back to first base. That's a double play. Around the horn once again. That's a turn 2 today. And again, those got to be outs in this program, or double plays, and they did it. So Nathan Hurt will stand in. Oh, here comes Hurt. Fouled back. Hurt a strikeout victim back in the second. Rebels bat here in the visitor fifth. Should Jasper get 3 in the bottom of the fifth, this one would be a short game. The 0-1 strike pumped in there from Matthew. Oh, 2. Pitch on the way. Caught on and missed. Right, a 3-up, 3-down inning. His 5th strikeout of the game. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Cats on top 7-0. We're back with more after this. Will Wallace here in the bottom of the 5th. Cats lead 7-0. Will face Compton here. Wallace, a perfect 2 for 2. The 0-1 outside. One pitch. Wallace hits it on the ground to Johnson at third. Plays off of him. And it's an error on third baseman Johnson. So Wright will stand in. He's 2 for 2.
Now batting for the Wildcats, the pitcher, number 19, Matthew Wright.
So Wright gets in here. Low. Cats have their leadoff man on here in the bottom of the 5th, leading 7-0. 3 in the second, 4 more in the 4th. Bat here in the 5th with a runner at first and nobody out. Rebels have 1 double play tonight. Wright hits it right back into the screen. And the count goes to 1-1 to the Wildcat pitcher tonight, Matthew Wright. Old Wallace on the pitch to Wright, outside. 2-1 here. Cats and the South Spencer Rebels. The pitch to Wright, fouls it off. Two and two with nobody out. We'll see what Wallace does at first. He stays put, and Wright fouls it back, but it could not be held on by the catcher, Roth. 2-2 now. Next pitch, right, hits it into the left center field. Coming in, the center fielder, he dives for it, makes a nice catch. Tyndall makes the catch, one away.
Center fielder, number 3, Ryan Light.
Light gets in. He hits it slowly to third. Johnson fields it. Will go to second. Got him. Got the force out. Got the lead run out. 2 away. Fielder's choice for Like will bring up Jack Albrand.
Left fielder, number 2, Jack Albright.
Albrand with a couple of hits so far. Bottom of the 5th inning. 7-0 Cats here. 2 away. Runner at first. Hankey is on deck. Albrand bats from the left side. A bunt RBI and a liner to right. Shortens up the bunt. Pulls the bat back and bunts it for a base hit. Albrand 3 for 3.
Batting for the Wildcats, the shortstop, number 4, Ben Hankey.
So Hankey will get in. Pitch low. Two and oh. Hankey represents the go home run at the plate. Hits it up the middle into center field. Rounding third is Like. It's 8-0. RBI single by Ben Hankey, his second hit of the game. 11th hit of the contest for the Wildcats, and the line keeps moving. Albrand stops at second. Here comes Cody Morton.
Number 5, Cody Morton.
This one hits sharply to short underneath the glove of Holton Compton. Albrand rounds third, and it's 9-0. On the shortstop, Compton's error. So second and third now for Connor Foley.
Third baseman, number 24, Connor Foley.
So Brian Keister will walk out to the mound here. Rebels committed 6 errors last night against Heritage Hills. That county rivalry game, third tonight. So Foley with a base hit can end it. Brian Keister still out there talking it over. And Miles Mann going to go out and break it up. Trying to get after this pizza that Phil Kendall brought up to the press box. That's a push. So here comes Foley, second and third with 2 outs, 9-0 in favor of the Wildcats. Again, the runner at third that represents the go-home run, not the go-ahead run. It'd end in 5 if Foley squares one up. Curveball in for a strike. 9-0. Cats lead here. 11 hits on the game. Kind of bled the Rebels to death here. Foley rifles it back into the screen, takes a big, healthy cut, and he's down 0-2. Cats have had several opportunities to punch teams out. As our cameraman Jerry Marco says, Jasper leads the state in 9-0 victories, which that's okay. The 0-2 delivery. Foley again on it. Hangs one of those again, it might be a little problematic for Compton if he hangs another one of those. The 0-2, second and third for the Cats. Compton will deliver. Low. Jackson Roth dug it out. Foley has grounded out, been hit by a pitch, and walked. The 1-2. Foley shoots it foul. One and two. Pitch plateward. Foley pops it into right field. Going back is Bunner, and he'll make the catch for the third out of the inning. Wildcats leave a couple of out there. We'll head to the sixth. 9-0 Cats. We're back after this. Back to Rookser. We head to the top of the sixth. South Spencer trails Jasper 9-0. Matthew Wright throwing 2-hit baseball here in this game. It's been a good start for Wright. Swung on and missed. Holton Compton 0 for 1. The 1-2 delivery. Got it. Blew him away. One away. 6 strikeouts for Wright.
Second baseman, number 14, Ty Brown.
Ty Brown will stand in. Brown flies it to center, 2 away. Oh, Jalen Johnson will stand in.
Third baseman, number 11, Jalen Johnson.
Jalen Johnson will be the hitter. Lined into right over the first baseman's head, into right field. The 2-out single by Jalen Johnson. Third hit of the game for the Rebels.
Center fielder, number 6, Ashton Tyndall.
Throw over, back in time. Wright throws it to Tyndall for a strike. Throw over, back in time. Popped up, foul out of play. The 0-2. Again, line foul. Oh, and 2. 2 away, runner at first. Johnson. Throw over. Oh, 2 delivery. And he struck him out, right? Gets the strikeout, his 7th of the game. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Jasper on top of the Rebels 9-0. We'll have more after this on 18 WJTS. Back to Rickser Field, bottom of the 6th we go. Trey Mattingly, the new Rebel pitcher. He takes over for Houston Compton, who goes over to play first base. Houston Compton went 5 innings, 11 hits, 9 runs, struck out 1 and walked 2. He faces Chris Hettinger here. With a run, the Cats could end this one in 6 innings. We're on the verge of doing that last inning, but did not score that elusive 10th run. First pitch is poured in for a strike. Cats with Bloomfield out here tomorrow for senior night. We'll have it for you later on at 10 here on 18. The 0-1 pitch is out of the zone. Hettinger takes it at the letters for a strike. Two and two. Low. The payoff. Walked him. So Drew Bradley will bat. He's 0 for 3 in the proceedings tonight. Here's the delivery. It's back to the screen or close to it now. Hettinger in at second base, so Bradley at the plate. Oh, Bradley has a chance to deliver the knockout punch here. He's ahead in the count, 1-0. Pause in the pitch, outside. Next pitch, Bradley pops it up, right field, in comes Bunner, and he'll make the play. One down for Will Wallace.
Batting for the Wildcats, the first baseman, number 25, Will Wallace.
Wallace fouls it away. One pitch. Fouled away again. It's 1-2 to Wallace. Rebels will have 3, 4, and 5 if it goes to the top of the 7th. Jasper on top, 9-0. Wallace gets back in against Mattingly. 1-2, 1 away. Runner at second base. Jasper leads 9-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Good. Struck him out. First strikeout for Mattingly. 2 gone for Matthew Wright, who's doubled and singled so far. Right back to the screen. Bloomfield out here tomorrow. The tennis sectional final tomorrow as well. Jasper in that, and have the boys track sectional. Always a big event down at the old football stadium, the 0-1. The 1-1 delivery. Fouled straight back once again. So Wright down on the count, 1-2. He's pitched 3-hit baseball so far in this one. One-two. Curveball thumbed into center field, and that might do it. Rounding third is Hettinger, and it's a 10-0 Jasper win on the RBI single by Matthew Wright for the game winner. Cats win it 10-0 out here at Ruxer Field in Jasper. Matthew Wright gets the win on the hill. The victory gives Jasper a 22-4 mark, winners of 7 straight. They'll be out here tomorrow against Bloomfield. We'll have it for you at 10 right here on 18 WJTS. Cats win it in 6, 10-0 over South Spencer. This has been Wildcat Baseball here on 18 WJTS. For Jeremy Marcos, I'm Kurt Gooksell saying good night from Ruxer.